What's up, everybody? It's Quentin from Capri AI, and I'm really excited to announce another feature release today for Capri that is designed to save you cost and make you more money with your Capri agent. The feature I'm talking about is rebilling. So now you can actually rebill your customers for their usage of your Capri agent. So let's take a look at what that looks like. So if we come to the main Capri dashboard here, and if you go under to your billing tab, now this is only for enterprise customers, so you will need to have an enterprise plan for this to show up for you. But if you do, click on rebilling and you'll be taken to a page where you can now enter your Stripe API key. And once you have that connected, you can add any customer you want to your rebilling set of customers. And this will make it so that any traffic that happens in the channel that you connect to that rebilling customer, it'll automatically charge in Stripe and it'll automatically aggregate all the usage according to your pricing. So let's take a look at how this actually works. If we look to go add a user, you can give it just a name. So I'll just give it a quick name, and then you'll choose which provider. So currently we're able to rebill for high level API, or I'm sorry, just a high level account or the public API. So if you want to allow your customers to use the Capri public API for whatever it is, but you still want to rebuild them for that usage, you can choose public API as the channel. And then all you need to do is just choose which of your tokens you want to use to assign to that usage. But in most of your cases, it's going to be a high level account. So I'll click on high level, and you'll notice that all of the accounts that I have connected in high level show up here for me to choose to track for the usage. So if I choose this high level account, now all of the conversations that are happening in that high level account will start after I save this to start accruing cost for that user and putting it into my Stripe account. So the way that you set this up is you notice we have a select product dropdown. So if I go to my Stripe account here, I'm going to go under products. So product catalog, you'll need to create a product for this and the type of product that it is. This is an example of what it looks like. So I called it AI usage. And then the price that I have set as the default price is 10 cents per unit per month. So what this means is every time Capri records a usage record based on the number of tokens that you tell us to track, we will charge or do one usage record in Stripe for that subscription. So when we set this up, you're going to have that product already built in Stripe. And once you do, and you come here, you should be able to see that product on the list for you to choose. So for me, it's called AI usage. And then I only have one price on there, which is 10 cents. So remember that this is rounded, so everything is in cents. So 10 cents per usage. And what that means is if I put this Stripe customer, so let me just go find a Stripe customer that I can test with, take their customer ID and put it here. So I'll paste that right in there. And then now I can choose if I'm going to charge by tokens or if I'm going to charge per message. So if I charge per token, if I charge based on the token usage, you have to tell us how many tokens to count to then count as one usage. So in this case, if it's 1,000, which is what you're used to seeing with something like GPT or some of these more popular like Gemini, some of the more popular closed source models, they're usually going to be on a 1,000 token unit basis. So if you set it like this to have 1,000 tokens be one usage, we come in here and look at one of the customers that we've been testing with, you'll see I set it to be 10 cents per 1,000 tokens. And so far I've used 6,000 tokens. And so our system has reported 6 usage records in Stripe. So that means that 6 total usage records were consumed. And so therefore in Stripe, it added them to that subscription. And so what that looks like once it's actually fully set up, we come to this customer, you'll see I have a subscription here, May 5th, due for 60 cents. And that's because the usage was recorded to have 6 units used. And as the billing cycle goes on, so as we get closer to the end here of May 5th, if I keep using 1,000 tokens or my customer keeps using 1,000 tokens, it's going to consistently tally and add to that subscription until the end of the billing cycle, and then Stripe will handle the automatic charging. So all you have to do is make sure that you have a product and a price set up that you want to select. And then once you get into this view, you just need to add that user, and then automatically everything will start keeping track. And you'll notice that we also have a status field here that tells us if they are active or disabled. And so what that gives you the ability to do is you have a toggle right here once they're created that you can click disable on and click update member. And this will make it so that you don't have to remove anything. You don't have to go into their high level account. All you have to do is toggle that to disabled. And now that customer will no longer get responses from the agent that they have attached to their account. So on our side, the way that we're tracking that is just anytime a customer is set to disabled as a rebilling user, we're going to look at what channel you have selected for that user. So what high level account or what public API key you have connected to them. And then we're going to disable it and basically not allow any requests to get fulfilled. So you will not accrue any more usage for that customer until you decide that they need to be turned back on. So really proud of the team for being able to release this. You can keep track of your costs as well. This cost is associated with the model that was used at the time of the run. So if you use 3.5 turbo or then 4.5 turbo from GPT, we are automatically mapping those costs and the total tokens used. And so we're giving you exactly how much you have spent and how much cost you are responsible for versus how much you've actually earned. And we can also tell you the total number of messages processed by this user and all of that. And this, of course, is date time specific. So if you want to see just in the last hour, you can filter that down. If you want to see in the last week, you can filter it out. I've only done one test with this person, so that's why it looks like that. But you have a full view here and you're able to see the usage and adjust pricing if you need and all of that stuff. Now, this is a really cool feature. A lot of people have been asking about this, and it does give you the ability to either cover your costs for your AI usage or just simply make more revenue from the relationship you already have with your customer. In addition to that, one of the core things we believe is making sure that we are constantly putting the most advanced AI systems in place for you to use so that you can save costs, make more money, save time, do everything that you want to do with AI, and you don't have to develop anything yourself. That's our job. So in accordance with that belief, we've also integrated another AI provider type. And so this one is a little bit different. It's not necessarily a language model. It's actually an AI provider. So Grok is a more of a cloud provider, and they have their own custom chip that they've designed and are running. They've raised tens of millions of dollars in funding, and they are backed by some of the biggest names in tech. And the main benefit here is, in addition to the speed, because it is significantly faster than any other type of infrastructure that you would run it on, it is also much, much cheaper. So if we look at their pricing here, you can see that for Mixtral, which is one of the most powerful open source models available right now, it's about 27 cents per 1 million tokens. So if you wanted to figure out what the comparable price is to GPT-4 Turbo, you would divide this by 1,000. And so you'd have 0.00027 per 1,000 tokens. So it is significantly cheaper than OpenAI, and it's way, way faster. And the accuracy is fairly comparable. But the really powerful combination of this, the really powerful way to get the most out of this is actually to do something like this, where you have GPT-4 Turbo as your main completion engine. So this is the one that's going to actually produce the message that goes to the end user, that, the conversation that you're in. But for the actions, you can now choose advanced settings, and then you can see I have Mixtral 87B as the provider, and I have my key set for that, and I have it for both the spreadsheet action that I have as well as the tag action that I have. And so this makes it so that the cost that I pay as the owner of the account is significantly lower, because even as I keep adding actions, the usage of those models are so much lower cost than the GPT-4 models that I still get the benefit of having the accuracy and the coherence of a model like GPT-4 Turbo, while still maintaining the cost structure of an open source model. And you don't have to do any of the infrastructure work yourself, which that really is the big obstacle for a lot of people to be able to use these models. So Put those two things together. Now you've got a system that's more cost efficient, faster, and it's making you more money, all from Capri AI. So if you like this feature, please make sure to leave a comment down below and let us know what you'd like to see next. But I can't wait for you to try it out. Can't wait to see what you build, and we'll see you for the next one.